Grand Rising, wonderful souls, and welcome to Bronwen's Cove Tarot. This is a timeless collective reading on what is coming forward. If you are a new face, welcome in. If you're an old one, welcome back, my lovelies. Nice to see you. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and your subscribes. Thank you for your donations. They are always truly appreciated. And thank you for your emails. Emails, sharing confirmation, sharing your stories, and booking readings. My readings are open. There is a 48 to 72 hour turnaround time for my readings. If you need something speedier, I do offer an emergency service which goes out within 12 to 24 hours. With that being said, if there is anyone that you see that is commenting that is trying to trigger you, that is trying to troll, please just block and report. If you see any responses from me and there's no highlighted black banner, it's not me, just block and report, please. If you see anyone saying WhatsApp me, I'm drawn to you, or trying to solicit any type of donation or money from you, they are a scammer. Please just block and report kindly, and thank you. Now, the energy that I pick up on is timeless, it is fluid, which means that I could be picking up on past, present, or future energy, or an amalgamation of all three. So you have to take what resonates and leave the rest. If I say he, she, masculine, feminine, male, or female, please remember that we all hold these energies, meaning this reading could be for you. It could be for the person that you're thinking about. It could be for another divine, it could be for a light worker, another light one, divine counterpart, or someone completely different. So please do not make the story fit if it doesn't, as this is not a private reading. If there are no messages in this reading for you, please have a look at some of the other ones on my channel. If none of them resonate, it means the messages aren't for you right now, or you could actually benefit from having a personal reading. All of the information for that is in the description box. Now let's get to it. Now, I was told by my guides when I said what should we be focusing on, I heard Indigo Children. And I said, what do you mean by that? And I said, I heard there is a great battle coming. There's a great battle coming. And what I saw was almost like a meadow. It was either a meadow, it was some sort of landscape. And the sun was shining. And then I saw like a great cloud coming over it. And I just listened, and I was told there is a great battle coming because too many eyes have been shown and too many eyes are looking at you. Okay, so it's almost like the more that you heal yourself, the more that you are questioning everything around you. And I do not mean through paranoia. I mean that the more that you are following your intuition on what it is that is being hidden in the 3D, but being shown to you in the 5D, it's shining a spotlight on those who want to keep things hidden. And I heard big corporations, the 1%, whatever. But too many of them are being outed. Too many of them are now being questioned. And I heard it's almost like in the Matrix, when you realise what the Matrix is, when you realise, we've been plugged in for so long, when Neo actually realised and he's unplugged. And how all of those, those agents, hello, Mr. Anderson, they want nothing more than to get him and plug him back in. And that's the energy that I'm getting. And look what we came up with, plugging in. And we've got networker coming out straight away, and gossip. So there, especially in, I think it was the previous reading that I did, there's, it was, Fight Club. The first rule of Fight Club is that you don't talk about Fight Club. People are starting to talk about Fight Club. People in Fight Club are talking about Fight Club. People who are not part of Fight Club are talking about Fight Club. And this is worrying some of the higher uppers, because they're supposed to be working under that illusion, that cover, that blanket that no one sees because everyone's plugged in. More and more people are starting to wake up. More and more people are starting to unplug themselves, and they're starting to question the energies around them. And I heard on a global sense, because it says here for gossip, especially for the light attributes, awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honouring trust. People are starting to wake up to who they are. People are starting to respond rather than react. When we start doing this, we are aligning our chakras, but not just our chakras, we're aligning ourselves. And we're aligning ourselves onto our true path, okay? Because networker in the light attribute says enhances unity through sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. As I start talking about this, my throat starts to tighten. Because I heard there's a global awakening, and someone doesn't like this. There's something here about I wish it was the draconian era, because the shadow attributes of gossip says thrives on the power of passing on private and secret information, betraying confidences. And then networker says conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. So there, should I put these out? So how people have been going, you know, whoever these kind of secret societies, groups, circles, big companies, whatever it is, they kind of get their power from being able to have these hush meetings, being able to, you know, whether it's, because I heard a hitman or something along those lines, but they get their power from doing things quietly, keeping people plugged in, keeping people only seeing the facade or mask that they wish for them to see. It's almost like there's something here about the media feeding a certain story and everyone just eats it up and doesn't question, well, what about this bit? Because I heard conspiracy theories, and I mean, I don't know if my, you know, what I've read is true, but it's supposed to be, and please correct me if I'm not, I mean, really do correct me if I'm not, that, you know, the term conspiracy theorist was actually coined back when JFK was assassinated, because the FBI did not want people to be questioning the set of story, or that, you know, almost like in Men in Black, when they get out that little flashlight and they're like, sorry, no, it was actually gas going past Venus, it wasn't actually an alien aircraft. It's that kind of, you know, so people start questioning it and going, well, that's not the truth, you're a conspiracy theorist. And now if anybody thinks outside of the box, they've given that term to more or less say, you guys are idiots, you guys are neurotic, or you guys are paranoid, because placing that there means all the sheep keep following, and they will laugh at those who are actually questioning the truth. And that's the energy that I'm getting here, that for a very long time people haven't questioned because they don't want that label, or they don't want to be seen as nuts, or they don't want to be seen as, you know, on the fringes of like pseudoscience or whatever it is. But things are changing. People are talking about Fight Club, and they don't like this because you've got detective in reverse, and it says voyeurism, falsifying information. Now with that being upside down, so there's information that's being collected, I heard, on a light one, but I heard a group of light ones, so you could be connected or you may not be connected, or it may just be that the intuition that you have that's guiding you forward is putting you in this to be watched kind of group by whoever it is. I heard some sort of government official thing, okay, be FBI, you know, CID, whatever it is, because every single person that is going down the same thought process, or starting to align themselves and starting to inspire others to align themselves, are the ones that are unplugged. Being unplugged means at some point you're going to uncover something that can't be covered back up again, because I heard it's a group effort. This is not where I thought this was going. Now tell me more about Indigo Children. Tell me about Indigo Children, please. So you've got here guide and Midas to miser, and with it being reversed, it says hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. And then guide in reverse says places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. So there's something here with trying to stop those who class themselves as Indigo Children, those who are starseeds, those who are connected to the cosmos, be that, you know, an Indigo child, a chosen one, light worker, whatever it is that you resonate with as a label. But there's something here about trying to F with the way that you manifest finances, material wealth, abundance. Because if you have all of the resources that you need in the respects of money, then we can help even more people. And that's the thing, there's that weight, that difference between having a love of all money and having a respect for money, and knowing that, you know, what flows out always comes back. And there is a block, they're wanting to block. There's something here about, and it's interesting because only about half an hour ago, I was looking online, I was on one of those Facebook posts, and it was this, you know, big debate about whether spiritual healers or people who follow that path should actually pay for the services that they offer. And there is a very varying opinion on both sides, you know. One, in that, no, it's spiritual, you should give that for free. Energy should just be free. You shouldn't have to ask for, you shouldn't have to pay for an answer. You shouldn't have to pay to connect. And others saying, well, you know, we have to feed, we have to put food on our tables, and you know, you pay for every other service, why wouldn't we pay for this? And it separates, it kind of takes away from the fact that everyone's searching for an answer. Everyone is trying to unplug themselves so that they can actually plug into the crystalline grid of the earth and the ascension grid of the Christ grid, you know, of the central sun, of the cosmos, whether that is heaven for you, whether that's the universe for others. And there seems to be, there's some sort of energy here of them trying to change the way that you view money or perceive money. It's bringing those who are trying to ascend back into that poverty mindset. That, you know, I don't have, that Five of Pentacles, lack, only focusing on the things that you don't have. And I've heard, give it all you've got. So someone has been given an order to place some sort of stuck energy on a light one, on a group of light ones, okay, when it comes to how they perceive money, how they manifest. Because as much as, you know, we'd wish that we didn't need money and that money wasn't an issue, but it always is for us. We're having a human experience. We all need to pay our bills. We need to pay our, you know, feed our children if we have children, look after our pets, you know, pay rent or mortgage. We still are rooted in 3D at the moment. That's something we can't get away from. But the way that we view money, our relationship with money, and how we manifest, you know, the life that we want to live and how we can care for others, that's what they're trying to affect right now. Because there is definitely, there's a big theme over inheritance, real estate, insurance policies, you know, scams, people's, you know, information being taken and their identities being stolen. So there's something here with them at all costs. This light one is not allowed to get this blessing, because I think it's game over in more ways than one for whoever it is, for you personally, that is trying to stop you, that is trying to skew your perception on gratitude, on abundance, on money, on the given, you know, the to and fro of actual energetic money. Because you've got underneath here, child magical, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. This is what they're trying to take away. They're trying to get a light one, whether that's you, the person you're thinking of, or another light one, or a group of light ones, to not have that limitless ideal that anything is possible. Anything that you put your mind to, you can create. Anything that you want to do, you can do, okay? Because limitation, it lives in the mind, nowhere else. You've got angel in reverse, and it says here, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. You definitely have, on a lower kind of basis, when we're not talking about government officials and things like that, there's someone here who's in opposition with you or the person you're thinking of. And there's something here with them competing in the same field as you. And I heard purposely they've been placed there to put these small obstacles in for you. Okay, so I'll read that again. Acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. So this could be a teacher, this could be, for some reason I'm getting classroom. I don't know if this person teaches, if this person is a tarot reader, if this person is an illustrator or creator, if they're a blogger or a singer. You've got to take it as it resonates, okay? But you've got on here, assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued ones needy. So this is somebody, because I heard a contract signed, this is somebody who will only help you if they can lord it over you or control you in some way for doing so, okay? And I heard a bully, eternally a bully. Now, why have I been shown this? A mother. So this is a mother or a mother-in-law or a mothering energy, okay? And I heard threatened by your maternal or paternal instinct, okay? Because the light attribute says nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. But the shadow attributes for this is smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. Now, there is something going on over here with, and I've said this in previous readings, looking at what was your earliest memory of your caregivers or those that looked after you, mum, dad, grandparents, auntie, whoever it was. when they were speaking about money, when was the first time that you had, you know, one of them say, that's too expensive, put it back? When was the, you know, the first time that you saw fear or worry about paying bills, for example, or, you know, asking for a certain Christmas present, or asking for a certain, you know, whatever that festive holiday is for you, present, and not getting it, and then realizing it's because they didn't have money? Because this links in with whoever this big organization is now looking at small intricacies that will affect your relationship with money. It's not just, oh, I'm going to send a spell, or I'm going to cast this, or that person's going to get their job. It is looking at very subtle ways of getting you to sabotage yourself, your life purpose, your path, and how you light yourself up so that you can inspire others to do so. And it's coming back to that relationship with money. And the reason I'm asking, when was, you know, just personally think about it, when was the first time that you heard it was too expensive, or you can't have that, or you had to eat the same meals, or you had to have hand-me-down clothes, you know, so if your sister or brother grew out of them, you then got those clothes. That's not so much something that will cause trauma, you know, because I'm a hand-me-down child. I wore my older sister's clothes, my younger sister wore my clothes, and so on and so forth. It's not that. It's the energy, emotion, or words that are attached to that experience of having to pass down those clothes, or having to have the same meal, or only having one meal, or not having, so on and so forth, that they are trying to get, they're trying to keep repressed within you, which is why it's been coming up in themes. What is your relationship with money now? Are you an overspender? Are you someone who tries to hold on to money, as they're trying to get you to do now? You know, hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Do you worry about the money that you save? Do you spend knowing that it's going to come back to you threefold, tenfold, you know, 1,000-fold? Because right now that seems to be their focus. Because you've also, with this as well, mother coming up, this is also someone here, there's a maternal energy. Now this could be the person that's competing against you. They could be in the same industry, but I'm also getting they could be family. So this could be like an ex-mother-in-law. This could be, you know, a boyfriend or girlfriend that you had years and years ago. But it's that maternal, it's almost like a helicopter mother energy, okay? And this person is coming across as a bit of a bully, or very much a bully, because look what's come out, vampire. Depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining and codependency. And then damsel comes out as well, and it says, understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. So you definitely have a previous partner, a family member from a previous relationship, okay? Now it could be a relationship you're in now, but there's something here about how you moved away from this, because especially with that, inspires you to rely on yourself. And this is all orange, so this is family, whether it's the family that, you know, is blood related, or the family that you create. But there is someone here that's been pushed to the foray. They've been pushed forward to start messing with the way that you view money, how you view your services, whether you are, you know, a spiritual healer, whether you are a tarot reader, whether you're a singer, a dancer, a doctor. It could be that you're a mechanic. Whatever your service is that you provide, how do you feel about when you, let's say for example that you're self-employed, the way that you price your services? Or if you're not employed, how much you get paid hourly or daily? Do you wish that you got paid more, or do you find it difficult going saying I'd like a pay rise? All of these things are being manipulated over here, okay? And that's why there is an encouragement to go back to early childhood, inner child work, but also accessing your sacral chakra, in how you can change your relationship to what's the word, one that doesn't hold limits. And I don't say that with judgment, because we all place you know, biases, both positive and negative, on certain experiences, on certain things, be that inanimate, I can't say the word, inanimate objects like money, be that in relationships, whether we are the giver or the taker. Now let's see, because you've also got here saboteur. Yeah, induces self-destructive behaviour or desire to undermine others. So you definitely have somebody here who is trying to do this, whether this is a distance thing or whether this is something that you are experiencing when going to visit family, or going to visit your partner's family, or whether this is something that happened in the past when being in a relationship with this person. Because you've got here healer, passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. And then you have damsel, understanding the nature of healthy romance, inspires you to rely on yourself. So someone here is definitely being encouraged, especially when it comes to past relationships, be that the relationship that you witnessed or noticed with your mother and your father or your caregivers, and then how that pattern has relayed itself through your own relationships, okay? And you can see that in whether or not, you know, did your father show his emotions? Did he give you hugs? Did he tell you that he was proud of you? Did your mother nurture you but not smother you? And so on and so forth. Have you seen any patterns in that, also surrounding money, going through the relationships that you have? And this seems to be quite important at this time, because again, with that energy of like, there's a battle coming. I think this is all, I think the reason that we're getting this message at the moment, because I hear focus on you. Right now, you need to focus on yourself, on your needs, on how you nurture yourself, and that connection that you have to your inner child, and that relationship with money and with finances and wealth and things along those lines. Because it says here for victim in the shadow attributes, playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. Does that remind you of anyone? Because I keep hearing that this is somebody here. There's a codependent relationship that either you are in and you are figuring out how to get out of, or there is a codependent relationship that was in the past that still has, this person is still trying to keep claws in you, okay? And I want to know, how is there a connection to being plugged in? Who is it? Because I heard a contract. How is there, what's the connection here? Because you've got here shapeshifter upside down. And it says projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. Okay, so there's definitely, if I put this one over here with gossip, there's someone here, and it's almost like I'm getting like fanboy or fangirl kind of energy. So this is like online stalking. So whether you are a content creator, a blogger, a writer, if you have a social media presence or a public presence in any way, shape or form, whether that's that you speak at your church every Sunday, or you are posting, you know, you're a vlogger and you are reviewing restaurants, whatever it is for you and how that connects, there is someone here who is literally masking who they are and taking notes and then relaying that back to a certain organization, okay? Or they're relaying it back to someone, because I heard a middleman who's then relaying it back. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this. Angel is upside down again. Acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. So you have someone here who is pretending to vibe with the same frequencies as you, whether that is online, leaving comments, whether that, like I said, maybe that's a church group, or you go to temple and you talk to other people, but they're literally doing this just to take notes on you. Okay, because I heard what are they going to do next? And there's something here about with that voyeurism that came out, watching to see whether or not anything that's been done has taken an effect on you. Okay, what is it that's been done? Please and thank you. What's been done? Playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. So there's someone here who's trying to force some sort of friendship or some sort of connection with you. Okay. Now, I'm going to read that one again, and it says here, places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. So this could be a fake teacher, a fake mentor. You also have Messiah, serving humanity with humility. This could be someone that you have commented something online, and I keep hearing, but in person, and they're literally agreeing with you just to get as close as they can to you. Alchemist in reverse, and it says misuse of the power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. So you definitely have someone here who is working esoterically against you, but I heard they're doing this, it's almost like they have a contract or an order to do so. Okay, who's ordering them to do this? Priest in reverse. Violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. So you have someone here who may have their own following, be that on YouTube, TikTok. I keep hearing Instagram. They have a big Instagram following. And I heard they're a couple. They are a couple that they're sending things. I want to know more about this though. What are they watching for? What are they watching for? What are they looking for? They're looking to see if you've lost your divinity. They're looking to see whether or not anything that they're sending, whether, I keep hearing ritualistic, has it stopped you? Has it blocked you? Or had your communication skills as well? But with networker coming out at the start, especially with all that purple around it, there's been some sort of intention to block your communications, not just how you network or upload or send out your music, but also in how you connect to God, to Allah, to the divine source, to angels, to whoever your protectors are. Okay, because I keep hearing they're trying to block your third eye, because it says here despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. So they've done something here to try and control. Now with mother coming out, that's what to do with your left side. And I did get a channeling that someone here has an issue with their left side. Now that can be physical, your physical body, something's going on with the left side, whether that there's tightness or constriction or something along those lines. And if it's not physical for you, because I heard physiotherapy for someone, if it's not physical, this is also to do with your sacral chakra. This is to do with, the divine feminine and how it flows through us through creativity. So if you've had a creative block, this is someone over here, someone who's competing against you, but also has orders from higher ups to block that creative flow. Someone here needs to do stretching or yoga, meditation of course, but it's not just that, it's the way you move your body. Someone needs to dance. Okay, because you've also got martyr coming out, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. Whatever they're sending, they do not realize how much it helps us to grow. Of course, we would rather not have clowns in the background, trying to distract, trying to, cause harm and so on, so to speak. But they're still not understanding how protected you, the person you're thinking of, another divine or light one is, this group of light ones are. And again, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. It's pushing in divine timing and encouragement to continue learning about yourself, to continue growing within yourself, to continue connecting to yourself, what it is that you like, what lights you up, what piques your interest, what makes you think, what makes you kind of philosophize. So they keep sending this, and there's something here about wanting to understand how you learn. Now tell me more. I want to know exactly what were the orders that were given. Ooh, it's hidden in a white light. This person, whose energy, whose white light is this? Whose white light is this? Whose white light is this? And look at what happens when I do that again. And this one's upside down. But you've got here mentor. Inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. So this energy, it's theirs, but they've done something to it. It says surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. So they're trying to intercept. This is the reason they're blocking it, because they're trying to put in a fake spirit guide or fake intuition. And I heard they're trying to block your dreams. Yeah, because you've got seeker upside down. And it says on here, inability to commit to a path once found. That's what they're trying to get you to do. It's not even getting you to doubt yourself. It's getting you to lose interest in yourself. It's getting you to kind of go slowly back over, to almost like in the Matrix, where Neo's forced back in that pod. I don't know if that's the second or third one. They're wanting you to willingly pick up that plug and plug yourself back in so that you become another sheep, someone they can feed from. Hedonist in reverse. Pursues pleasure to the detriment of health, indulges at the expense of others. They want you to go back. And even if you weren't like this before you were spiritually awakened, this is where they want you. okay? Pursuing pleasure to the detriment of your health, indulging at the expense of others. And seeker. But the thing is, over here it says thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. This is what you're being encouraged to do. Even if you get moments of like creative blocks, if you have days where, you know, you have no motivation, you just want to chill, and listen to yourself, listen to your body, listen to your intuition if it's saying you need time to heal and slow down, or if you're being told there is an energetic block that you need to clear so that you can move on, okay? Because you've got athlete in reverse, and it says misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of invulnerability and entitlement, and then you have headiness. It's almost like whoever this mother figure is, whoever this matriarchal figure is, this person is putting all their energy into trying to slow you down, to cut you off from the divine, so that you only hear what they're sending. And so that when whoever this, you know, athlete is, there's something here about sexual energy being connected, because I heard take what is mine. So whoever it is that they're trying to send towards you, that's supposed to be the beginning of this dark battle, and they think that they'll win from that. Because you've got here storyteller, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. That goes back to that energy of whoever this person is. And remember that I was told there's a couple. So they may be a couple. It may be that there's a mother and a son, or a mother and a daughter, as in that way. That especially with that mask that's being hidden, that they're trying to hide the energy of whoever it is that they're sending towards you, whether that's in business, in love, in friendship, okay? So that they come forward as this lovely fanboy or fangirl, and all they're trying to do is still, there's something about your Kundalini arising which is really important, because look, that's coming out again. Misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of invulnerability and entitlement. Let me place this one over here. Yeah, there's some real toxic energy coming through, because you've got thief here. Stealing money, creative ideas, affections, or others' powers you think you lack. These two energies are responsible for identity theft. There's something about, I heard gang red rum, I'm saying it backwards, or unaliving, gang unaliving, drugs, other really toxic things, but also stolen money. And the worry for them is that if you uncover too much, you're not only uncovering what it is that they've done, and if justice is given to them, it leaves the door open, wide open, for whoever this corporation, you know, group, secret society is. And what they've been playing with is global. If them two go down, which they're going to anyway, and they know this, if they go down, then so do they, from the bottom all the way to the top, okay? Because you've got here advocate, inspires you to put compassion into action. That's what they're trying to stop. Okay, that is what they're trying to stop. Now let's have a look. Which one do you want? This one here. Hey Schmuckums, you okay, my lovely girl? And let me see. Sorry, I'm not talking to myself. I do have a dog next to me. Now it says, I explore the symbolism of my dreams to discover my deepest desires and wishes to manifest in waking life. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to where you go in your sleep. Pay attention, even if you only have a slight sense of what's happened in your dream, write it down. Google it. Find out the spiritual meaning of that colour, of that, you know, emotion, of that one sentence that you remember, or that song playing in your head. Because there are messages coming through, and you have a look at this, and with that headband on, them trying to block your third eye. Your guides are going to show you, especially if you're having issues with connectivity, when it comes to how you connect to your guides, how you connect to your angels. Pay attention to your dreams. And I didn't even see that. She's got a dream catcher in her ear, okay? There's something here that your guides want to tell you, so that you can protect yourself from false information coming through, because that's what a dream catcher does. It's supposed to catch all of the nightmares, all the bad energy. And they're going to tell you how to remove this, because if you have a blocked third eye, or you feel like you're not getting those messages, that band's down here. Your guides want to show you how to push it off completely, okay? And you've got over here in reverse, it says, At night, I choose a lucky star to watch over me and guide me home towards love and protection. Okay, so this is saying that there's something, a lucky star. Think of a direction, north, east, south, or west. Okay, whatever comes to your mind, Google which angel is in that area, because that's the one that you should be calling on, only if that resonates. And if not, please have a look in energy within your, you know, your protection team that resonates with that, because that's the one that you should be calling on when you are sleeping. Because north is Uriel, east is Raphael, south is Michael, and west is Gabriel, as far as I remember. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Call on one of them. That's the one that should be guiding you when you're sleeping, because underneath it here it says, and look at that, I practice astral projection to uncover messages from my guides and the universe. Make sure that you are protecting yourself when you go to sleep, and I don't say that to elicit fear. It's just a basic routine, like ritual routine, that you need to put into your daily kind of routine, or your spiritual routine. Okay, even if you change up what you're saying, whether it is that you are cleansing yourself in, you know, in your bath with all your different oils, or just with prayer, and then before you're going to sleep, are you listening to a guided meditation? Are you sitting down and listening to chanting music or seed sounds? Are you visualizing a bubble around you? Whatever it is that you do, ensure that you are giving also your guides and those who protect you instruction in what it is that you want them to do while you're sleeping. Do you want to astrally project, or do you want to just stay asleep and not go anywhere? Do you want to actually project to a specific place in the world so that you can heal, or you can, you know, connect to a certain ley line? Do you want to connect with certain passed over loved ones that may have messages? Be very direct. Ask what it is that you want, because once you ask and you give that instructions, they will listen. Okay, and note things down, note it down, because you've also got here in reverse, it says, at night I enter a deep spiritual sleep after counting my blessings and speaking affirmative words of loving kindness to myself. And that's upside down. So someone here is being asked to create themselves a little like gratitude list. It doesn't have to be, you know, the most intricate thing, but going to sleep in the energy of gratitude, it protects you, and it will take you to places that are higher vibrational. And especially with it being upside down, this is what I mean by this subtle energy that's being sent towards a light one, whether that is you, the person you're thinking of, or another, you know, divine counterpart. It's that subtle energy, so that when you're going to sleep and you're vibrating at that lower subtle vibration, whether it's that volatile energy, whether it's stress, whether it's anxiety, it means that these people over here think they're winning. They think, okay, now I can attach, now I can pull them down into a lower astral kind of dimension. And that's why you're being asked over here, I practice astral projection to uncover messages from my guides and universe. Ask your guides for protection. Tell them where you want to go. Tell them how you want to be protected, okay? And tell them to, you know, block out those that are not supposed to be there, or not for your highest and greatest good. Anything else that would like to come out on this, please and thank you. Ooh, here we go. And it says on here, using dried herbs and spices in my kitchen, I formulate spell jars, or it can be, you know, prayer jars, it can be affirmation jars, with the purpose of serving the highest good of all. Now, if it doesn't resonate for you to use dried herbs and spices, you can use your words of power only, okay? You can fill that with water and speak your words of power into them, and you keep repeating your affirmation until you feel that tingle in your chest or in your head. And then you know it's been activated. Okay, someone here needs to speak words of protection, wisdom, and like prayer or affirmation into their water before they go to sleep, and take a drink of it. Because you've also got here, and it's in reverse, I stir my fruit and herbal teas clockwise to draw both positive energies and my manifestations closer to me. So you definitely have a dark green witch over here who's done the opposite. Okay, they've done some sort of hex jar, or they've put someone's face or something into a jar to affect the left side of their body, how they connect to their creativity, how they connect to their divine femininity. Okay, because you've also got connecting with animals grounds me and reminds me of my responsibility to protect all creatures on our shared planet. So whether or not you're a pet owner, you know, there's something here about also connecting with animals. So if you don't have a pet, if you don't have animals in your home, whether that's looking at images and meditating on that, or just doing breathing exercises, whether that is when you're going out, you know, taking that moment to slow your pace, to look to the skies, to see, you know, birds moving in formation, or hearing them tweeting in the trees, or seeing, you know, mice scuttling by the bushes. And I say that because I live very close to London and there's loads. Whether that is, you know, seeing foxes, whatever it is that you see on your walk to work, or, you know, on your lunch break, or when you are at home, connecting with that, taking a moment to really maybe just watch the way they move, the way they connect with each other, having that stillness in mind. Because you've got here, under bright blue skies, I ask the universe to spread its energy far and wide so that all may feel the benefits of universal light. That's beautiful. Okay, there's something here about how we not only connect with the universe for what can benefit us and heal us, but also how we give gratitude for it to help others too. This is something over here that, whether it's this one person over here with either their daughter or their son trying to send things to you, whether it's this big corporation or society or whatever trying to do this, the reason why it's all guns blazing, we're bringing a battle, is because they've tried individually, in groups, in shifts, you know, across all different types of cultural witchcraft, to take down individual souls, individual light ones, and they can't do it. They can't do it. And the reason they can't do it, this is something they're aware of, and it's something that they're panicking about as well, is because light, I'm sorry, but light will always win. Love is the highest vibration that we have. Our heart space, when we sit in our heart space, when we are looking into the recesses of our shadow, and we are slowly taking our time to heal, to recognize where our own wounds are, and whether we're responding or reacting, we are aligning with our life purposes. And it's stronger than the hate field that they have, and they know this, and this is the reason why they need a group of people to come after one person, because they can't do it by themselves. And this is why I think with this message is, when you are giving gratitude, this message is saying give gratitude to all others that vibrate at the same frequency as you, whether you know them or not, because they're all vibrating and loving themselves and loving others, and their light is also connecting, inspiring others to love themselves, and it's scaring the crap out of them, as it should. And it says here, again, it's coming out again, at night I enter a deep spiritual sleep after counting my blessings and speaking affirmative words of loving kindness to myself. I love that. I love that. Anything else that would like to come up before I go? Let's have a look here. Glamour, intrigue and drama transitions to the spirit realm. So you have a message here coming through from a guide, okay, or coming through from a passed over loved one, that whoever this maternal, I keep saying maternal rather than matriarchal energy is, they've sent some sort of glamour or illusion spell, okay? They're using some sort of jar here, herbs or spices or something like that. For those that it resonates with, I heard rue. R-U-E. You can get it. Rue is a plant, okay? It's extremely protective. It's extremely efficient and powerful at removing ill will, negativity, evil, baneful magic. I sprinkle it in my bath sometimes. You can get it in oil form. You can get it in dried plant form. You can get it in, you know, a powder form. Now, if that does resonate with you, someone here needs to get some of that. And I heard put it on the baby's crib, and that will only be for specific people. Now, and I heard a word, you can either use your word of power as you're putting it on there, or you can use a symbol of power, okay? Sometimes I just rub it on my hands and put it over my whole aura, my whole auric field, okay? That stuff is extremely powerful. If that resonates with you, Google it. You can find it on Etsy, you can find it on eBay, you can find it on Amazon. But someone here needs to use this and it will dispel this. Others, you don't need to, because look, I say that and look what comes out. Stop. It says magical space clearing time and it's upside down. Okay, others just need to use their words of power or whatever ritualistic spiritual actions that you use to return to sender. Because look, yeah, oh my gosh. And it says here, you see clearly, clairvoyance. Something's already been removed. Something's already been removed. And I heard from your home, from your actual home. For those who, you feel like there is something attached to your home, you're being asked to either get rid, or there's something that you need to do that will clear it, because you've got this coming out again, magical space clearing time, and it's upside down. Where do you want me to put this? Right here. Yeah, because here you've got learning the transcendental, the transcendent, learning the transcendent, is that right? Transcendent, jeez, Bronwen. Learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. And then over here you've got mentor, and it says inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction, and that's upside down. So this is saying this is something that you need to do. Like, you can use a clearing transmission, you can use, a guided meditation, but you're being asked to look a little bit outside of the box in how you clear your home, or how you clear, your energy fields. Whether it's, say you've never done visualization before, you may be called to do that instead of just doing your words of power or your words of prayer or affirmation. You may be asked to mix them together. For someone here, it's singing bowls or sound baths. Because I'm hearing like a tuning fork. Someone here, it could be smoke cleansing. You've never done it before, but you're being asked, especially with this over here with Martyr, because you're learning, the nature of service to yourself and to a cause, to how you light up others. You're being asked to do something a little bit extra than what you usually do, to remove whoever this person is that feels there's an energy coming from them, that they feel like they are more knowledgeable than you, that they've been doing it for longer than you have. So how is it that you have climbed to the heights that you have with your healing, with your self-knowing, with your centeredness, okay? And they haven't been able to pull you back down. Because look, from death comes rebirth. I am Kali. With it in reverse, this is coming back to communication. There's something that they're trying to block from you, okay? So there's something here with the words that you use. You may need to change the words that you use, because that there is about your foundations. That number condenses 4. It's family. Someone may need to do a cord removal, but it's the way that you speak also to yourself, which links back into that kind of relationship with how you give and receive money, how you give and receive energy, and compliments. Because right here, look, stifled, bored and stuck, you see clearly, clairvoyance. So for someone specific here, you may be feeling like you're stuck in a rut, or the energy around you is stuck, just kind of slow, or just I can't be bothered energy, and you see it there. Okay, the fact that you see it there with that number there is saying that you've already ascended, you've already expanded your gifts, because you're reading it the minute it comes in. And I heard now for the good part. Now for the good part. What does that mean? Now for the good part. The past returns for a time. Now, well, there you go. Whatever it was that was being sent, whether it's a plan to send it or it has been sent, it's either already been sent back, or you're being asked to do something, to change something with the way that you communicate, either with your guides, whether that, like I said, setting up certain instructions, setting up certain rules, asking them for specific things, whether it's where you travel, or how they protect you, or how you send them back. And also for someone here, it's to do with your tech. Okay, because it says on here, Poe, time for a change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. Someone here may need to put, a new antivirus system, or whatever it is, or program, onto their laptop, onto their phone. Someone may need to change their passwords. Someone may need to put, anti-tracking on there. Because look, you've got love is strange. You've definitely got, it's not this person who has the energy of like, goo-goo eyes for you. It's not. It's their son or their daughter, or it's their partner, especially that couple coming through. Aloha healing. Because someone is definitely putting a block in. Because I heard a hex of some sort. Anything else that wants to come out from this deck? No. Okay. Now let me end with these ones here. Look, romance and joy. Romance is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. And joy, as I do will, so mote it be. Let joy and light radiate from me. Now you've got a 5 on here and a 7. So there is big change coming. Now romance can be seen as self-love, or it can actually be seen as a joining of two souls, okay? And you have to take it as it resonates. But there's definitely something beautiful coming towards you. And I feel like this is why this person feels like they're running out of time. There's some sort of contract they have with this organisation. They have to fulfill it within a certain time, okay? And it's definitely to do with your eyes being, I was going to say distorted, like your view being distorted about who it is that you should let into your heart space, okay? Because you've got here, true love come to me, true love shall come to me, as I do will, so mote it be. And then you have romance over here. So this person is trying to play some sort of illusion, and I'm seeing someone put a candle and either a rune or a made up sigil on the 5th house. On your 5th house, because you've got divine guidance here. That's why they're trying to block it, so that you hear them. And this is why this information's come through about being very very direct with your instructions to your guides, to your angels, to your protectors, to God, Allah, divine source. Very specific. So for example, if you are worried that someone's trying to invade your kind of conversation, or how you connect to the divine, to your angels, you can also specifically state, you know, when in dream state, show me a red rose, so that I know that this is the guide that I'm talking to, or place the colour pink next to anything within that dream download that is important that I remember. Because if it is someone fake invading that, they're not going to know that. Okay, or you can do it the other way round. Please place the thorns of a rose, can be really specific, next to that, whoever it is that's invading my dreams, or next to false information. Because the thing with that also is that when you wake up and you start writing down or talking into your recorder and saying, okay, and this happened, and then there was a person there and they just pricked their finger on a thorn. Boom, what did they look like? What were they saying? What were they wearing? Because all of that actually gives you information about this person or about the other person. And then you might research, okay, they were wearing black dungarees and they were standing by this windmill and blah, 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 blah. And you will find the meaning within there, and it gives intention of what they're up to away, okay? Be the detective. Now it says here, divine guidance whispers from beings who shine, let their messages be clear and kind. With it being upside down, you are also being told, yeah, you have to set very specific instructions to your guide on how you want them to deal with invaders, what you want them to do, whether that is kick them out and send them back, or block them, or show me their face. You know, it's up to you. But you're being asked to do so from your heart space. So I'm not saying, you know, F them up with fire, mash them up and rah, 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 because that is exactly what this person wants you to do. Okay? Yeah, okay. Anything else that would like to come out before I go, please and thank you. And we'll leave it with this, okay? Safe home. I cast this circle round about. Safety now is beyond a doubt. So this is also plant-based. There's something here about having plants in your home. And look at that, it's right next to magical space clearing time. One of the things that you're being asked to do is to bring plants or herbs, you know, basil. Having a fresh pot of basil growing in your home is very, very protective. Whatever resonates for you, you're being told that you are protected. Even if something has been, you know, sent to attach into your home, you would know. And the thing is, as well, as our intuition tells us, it's like our sixth sense, but you are being told that changing slightly the way that you are sending things back, how you are setting your protections, how you are giving instruction to your guides, is what keeps you protected and is going to strengthen that protection. But there's something here with green spaces. If you do not have a green space in your home, and when I say that, I mean a potted plant, whether that is, and not fake, natural, whether that's a cacti, whether that is, you know, a pot of basil, whether that's a lily, whatever it is for you. I heard in each room, someone needs to get one for each room or multiple for each room, because it will protect you, okay? And I'll leave it there. I really hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively know. If you are new to my channel and this resonated for you, I would love for you to hit on the like, the subscribe and the notification bell so you can see more of my content. And if you are a returning subscriber, as always, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Anyone that feels moved to leave a donation, it's never expected, never, ever, ever. But it's always deeply appreciated, because it means I can just put more time, more love and more cards into this channel. And anyone that is looking for a personal reading, all of my information is in the description box down below. If you just go to the second paragraph down, there is a row of blue arrows pointing upwards. If you look underneath there, if you look above the row of blue arrows, there's 2 emails there. But if you look below those arrows, I have all of my services, all of my costs, just so that you can see what it is that I do provide. I usually get back to people within about 2 to 3 days. If you don't hear from me by chance, please send me a prompt email and it will put your email to the top of the list. With that being said, my wonderful, beautiful souls, I hope you have a really awesome morning, afternoon, evening or night, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye-bye.